Hi everyone, welcome to Dave's Bonsai. On today's episode, I still have some Thanksgiving cactuses that I did not trim when I did my other one in my big episode where I did the difference between Thanksgiving and Christmas. So I do have a couple of Thanksgiving that I haven't touched yet. So let's go ahead and trim those, and I'm going to do something a little bit differently. I have an update from the other Christmas cactus, so we'll wait for that a little bit later in the show. I'll give you an update on that. And that was recorded back on December, I think it was December the 19th, was when I posted the video. So that middle part of December. So it's been about 3 weeks since we did the Thanksgiving cactus, and we'll take a peek at that in a moment. But first, I'm going to take my other two pots with some Thanksgiving cactuses in them, and I'm just going to give them a little prune. And I'm going to see if I can do it without speaking at all. It's a challenge to myself to just look at the tree, think, not worry about the camera, not worry about the show. I'm just going to look at the tree and try not to speak and do a trim. It's just an experiment that I thought I'd try. And then maybe we'll wrap it up afterwards with some notes. See, I can never stop talking. Let's give it a try. That was super relaxing. I didn't say a word during any of those trims. I just looked at the tree. I went kind of fast at times. I knew I was going to chop it way down, but yeah, I was just able to chop away and very peacefully for 10-15 minutes or so and just get that down to the bare essentials again. So that was pretty cool. I hope you enjoyed that little musical tribute to cutting a Thanksgiving cactus. Super cool. I'm always experimenting with new things. So I promised you an update. So the first update today is that of my first Thanksgiving cactus. In December, we did some chopping to it. We got it down pretty far. It's my largest Thanksgiving cactus with woody trunk look to it. So we're again, when I'm filming this right now, it is January the 8th, and here is the tree now. So it's looking pretty good. I still have that sacrificial limb at the bottom that's still doing fine and shooting out a little bit more. But you can notice all the little tiny red buds. Look at them all. There are a couple of dozen of buds. Some at the top, some down below in the lower branches, and they're doing just fine. There's even one bud growing out of one of these really big chops that's really dry and calloused, and it's growing right out of the middle, just this little red bud. So they're not very big. They're not even the size of half of a fingernail. But they're doing well. So under the lights, watered them not for the first couple of weeks after that chop, and now I'm watering them about once a week or so, maybe twice a week, and that's it. And they are getting dried out with the heat and the lights in the room here. And there you have it. A quick little update on the Thanksgiving cactus. Chopped it up, and it's doing fine, growing well in the plant room. My second update for the day is the goldfish plant. So I've been calling this the Orange Blossom Special. And then one of my viewers said that's a goldfish plant. And sure enough, when you look on the internet and type in goldfish plant, this is pretty much what you see. Now there's not a lot of blooms right now, so you don't see the goldfish. I'll show you a picture of what it looked like before I trimmed this guy. We've got some new buds trying to come out right here and right here. These could become orange flowers pretty soon. There's a couple right here in the front. There's one up here. But this one in the back here, yeah, we got some new buds possibly coming out here pretty soon. So I wanted to update you this because we shot this episode. We shot the most recent goldfish on November the 2nd is when I published this. So we're talking 2 months ago. So it is growing really well. Now it hasn't exploded entirely, but look at this branch right here, leaning towards the camera. We cut all this back. You can do the comparison of the end of the last time we shot this and this right here. And that one's really wanting to grow towards the light. It must have been this way with light over here possibly, but this one's growing up. So I want to show you on this tree right here. Since the show aired, right here, this is over 3 inches of growth right there. That's a brand new branch that was not on this tree back in that other episode. I'm gonna have to double check. But it's back budding all the way back here, right there next to where it comes off of the tree right there. So it backs up really nice. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to cut it back again really quickly with a couple of quick snips. And then I also want to be careful on the bigger branches that I have every other pattern because these grow opposite of each other. And if you remember from the last show, and if you didn't, you can go check it out. These trees get a lot of bulge when you have 2 branches growing off from the side there. So you super duper want to do the every other with this goldfish plant. And again, it has a little bit of a woody looking trunk and it's certainly back budding. And so those are all good qualities for bonsai. And when it gets really tree shaped like and has the orange goldfish flower blooms, it looks really kind of cool. I just love this thing. So this is one of the pots. And again, I've got a lot of really crazy growth here. So I'm just going to go ahead and just cut some of this off because, you know, we don't need that, we don't need that, we don't need that one that tall. This one I'll just cut back a little bit. This one back here. It's going to bud pretty soon, so I don't want to go too crazy because I'd like to see some more buds. This guy's a little bit slower, but right there down there, there's a new bud right down there. So that's a new leaf. So it's growing back where the leaves shot out before. It's budding on old growth. This guy right here is growing so much it's growing right over into the other tree here, so we'll cut that off. I think I'm going to cut this here because it splits too high. So yeah, I'm just coming in here and doing some more pruning because it's growing so well, and I don't want to have too many big branches where the leaves are going to be on the opposite. And this up here, I'll go ahead and cut there. So just cutting it back down to size and hoping it back buds some more. And this one's kind of a nice leaning tree right now. I did learn that these leaves will fall off if it's overwatered or underwatered. So you can kind of have some signs there. We got a couple of shriveled up leaves here. I must have had some low moisture days and some high moisture days. Probably more low because this one's closer to the fan. So none of these are too opposite of each other right now to create worrisome bulges at the moment. Right here though, so here's 1, 2, let's get rid of this one right there. Now we have it split right here and here. Now hopefully that bulge won't be too bad, but it's a good split. We got branches trying to grow right down here, too close to all this separation, so that's just going to create some problems. So there's our update. there's one of them. Another quick little prune. It's a house plant basically. And so then we're going to take a peek at the second one here. So these plants like 65 to 85 degrees and a lot of humidity. So in my greenhouse of my plant room, they're loving life. And I think that's why they're growing so well, right? And if you want them to flower, you should put them in a smaller pot. And so putting them in these bonsai pots, and if I made this pot in half and had one tree and just had it in a smaller pot, it encourages the buds. So that's been working really well in the bonsai soil. And again, on this tree, here's a bud right here. Right there, that guy's gonna be turning orange a little bit. I got a lot of growth on this guy. Look at this branch here, and this one's taken off. Look at how long this guy is. So, you know, again, we don't need all this growth. It's super duper. This is sustaining itself big time, and it is having more. Look at this guy right here. So this one's a little bit longer and leggy because look, it's under in the shade. It's trying to grow big. There's a branch on the other side of it, so I'm just going to cut that off because we don't want the long leggy growth anyway. This one's being hidden by this tree. These trees are too close to each other, so I will have to repot this at some point. I'm not going to do it now because I'm giving it a good prune again. And this guy right here, look at all this nice long growth. This could become a nice cascade or something here, right down the way. So we'll cut that right here. It's got boom, boom, boom. It's got 3 branches growing from the same area. This back one's got some nice curves, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this one off right here. So now we just have 2 again. Cut off the tip right there, cut off the tip right here. We'll wait for more growth here. This one looks like it's dying off. So this is new growth right here. So again, back budding. And we'll cut this one here to 2 leaves maybe. 2 leaves on that one. These are just too big. Cut them back, cut them back. This one's got some interesting movement on it. I love the movement. Not sure where that one's going to go. This is all part of this inside tree that's just kind of all over them. It's a twin trunk and kind of a really odd shaped one. But that's all we'll worry about right now. Another quick little prune, just super simple and shorten it all down, making it super compact. We still got a bud right there. We'll see if that one gives me some nice orange loveliness. So there you have it, the goldfish plant, the Columnia pneumatanthus. Is that right? Yeah, pneumatanthus. I don't know, pneumatanthus. I am never good with the scientific names, but let's go with the goldfish plant. There's another update for you. The goldfish plant looking mighty fine and doing well in the greenhouse section of my plant room. Lots of humidity, lots of warmth. Some fairly light work in the plant room today. I got the goldfish plants all trimmed up again, cut them down about maybe 50%, maybe 40% of the foliage, cut it right back down. Some more directional pruning and just making it a little bit more compact. I got those Thanksgiving cactuses back down to size. A quick update on the, I almost said Christmas, Thanksgiving cactus from back in mid-December. Those goldfish, that's an update from early November, so 2 months of growth. Hey, that does it for another episode of Dave's Bonsai. Thank you so much for watching. Hit a like, send me some comments, questions, anything. I'd love to hear from you. And we'll see you on the next one, all right? Take care of yourself, take care of your bonsai, and we'll talk soon.